Good evening, everyone. Um, Not entirely sure that I won't have some sort of issue with the the diggity dang on computer, guys. We're going to control. I'm going to control the language and whatnot tonight. I want this to be as classy and fair as it can be this evening, guys. Hey, Bambi, is a Gustavia Cassie. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go. I've got to log in with my phone too. That way, if I get booted off the computer, I still have control. Who so do it like that. All right. So it is with a heavy heart that I come this evening. I've been chatting and texting with Don, and he has a really heavy heart. And this, I want to start off with this. Um, I guess Don watched Chris. Um, they just raised $29,220. The money was raised to help find a lady's sister. Chris raised nothing to help find Summer. I believe there's a lot of truth to that. I believe that there's a lot of truth to the exploitation of Summer's case for whatever reason, right? We haven't decided that any of the exploitative means and measures that we're going to undertake have any, there's, it doesn't go back to the family. It's not going to the cause to bring Summer home, right? So it's with a heavy heart that I come, because that's the thing. Content creators, I guess they think when they've decided they want to talk about something else, the people that they have hurt to the core, they still watch. They still watch all the things that you're doing for someone else that you didn't do for them. And that's the really detrimental part of these things. You have to handle everyone the same way, innocent until proven guilty. When you start coming in with an accusatory style, an accusatory focus, and you seem like you're intelligent, people that aren't so intelligent, they immediately are drawn to you and then adopt your ideology. Hua. Now, we have a petition. Okay, guys, we have a petition that we've made. And this petition is to stop the very exploitation of crimes against children, right? Why do we seem at this late in this late stage in the game? Why do we seem to be having an issue with this late game exploitation? What is the end game here? What's the end game? Is it we see that this thing is going to go cold due to our participation, and we might as well do a cash grab on the way out, right? So for anyone that is not aware of our petition, here it is right here. Don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid to say that Chris M and the exploitation and the candle stuff, don't be afraid to say that that's exploitation and that it's disgusting, but then at the same time, not go and sign that petition right there. Hua? If you think that that's disgusting, well then guess what? This right here, this petition is right up your alley. Let me show you about the 10% rule with social media. It is just the algorithm, right? We've had 13,662 people take a look at this. And we've had right at about, well, yeah, right at about 10% of that, right? That's just the way it works, right? We can't get around that. You know, you have so many people. That shows you that out of the 13,000 people, only 10% have a heart enough to actually adopt the idea that exploitation of children for any reason is no good. Okay. I'm really, I come with a really heavy heart tonight, guys, because um, I don't know what you know. This internet, right? There's a syndrome. It's such a thing. It's not a real one, but it's called RIP, and that's reckless internet posting. You see it with Don B. You see it with a lot of people. They will create a piece of media that is slanderous. Don B told us the other day that he had absolute proof that Don was arrested by the feds. I mean, absolute proof. And he wanted you to believe that he had absolute proof, only to take it down when he realized he had been bamboozled, he had been led astray, he had been run amok. So, what I'm going to do here, give me just a second, and we're going to segue in, guys. We're going to segue in to this thing here. Okay. I want everyone to get just a real life visual. Okay, guys. Of let's close this down for a minute. Let's pull this up. My wife is probably watching, so I got to be extra. I've got to be extra going by the rules, whatever the hell that means. Oh, that's curse number one. I'm writing them down too, guys, because I am going to break that, because I know that there's a lot of people that really love what I do, but they get lost in the message, and I'm going to try to conform. I'm trying to conform. So that's number one, guys. Now, this is an issue for me. This is a real problem for me. I don't know why it should be any of my business. And that's what yeah, this fool pretended to own a boat, then says he's going in to make a video, and then showed up in his car and is, oh, well, I can't say the rest. Yeah, it's there's a fine line. Okay. This is taking the next step. Um, what I'll tell you is that this is a many parties are at they're culpable for this. Now you have the very people that created the product, right? Now, not the person that came up with the intellectual design. The person with the intellectual design is, well, we all know who she is. I don't even want to mention her foul name over here, because I feel like that will just have some of us going over there to look at her and sending traffic. So you guys all know who this is, okay? I feel like it doesn't matter. The situation warrants that people are going to go over there and look anyway. So this is Life Perplexed, right? Tiffany Marie and MGL, they've all co-signed this as a great idea. Now I've gotten various varying account reports that it's a $5 donation. There's more than $5 here with the shipping. So the other report that I heard was $25. That sounds about right. So you have someone who took pictures. These are Don's pictures and Candace's pictures from out of their phone inside of their house during their holiday. Someone pirated these. Someone actually stole these from the family. These are family keepsakes. Although they're digital and online for everyone to enjoy, that doesn't give anyone the right to take them without asking and make it into this that I'm looking at right here. Who is this lady? We will find you, Summer Wells. I don't even know who this is, but that is the most disgusting display of exploitation yet. This is right up there with the Raven Adventures or Adventures of Raven or whatever the hell they call it. That's number 2. That's 2 hells, though, guys. Really, I think I've got it whipped. Raven was putting this child's dear face on a mask, which I found, just revolting. Now, we saw the crazy exploitive nature of what Chris McDonough did to this case. What Don just watched was the exploitation of his own child's case by a man who is not good, and then watch him completely do the opposite and help someone else raise money for their missing loved one. Now, you know what was really rare about that was that Chris has been really, Chris has, you have no idea. I've spoken with Don. He said, do you have any idea what kind of endangerment my family was put in after Chris did what he did? He said, there are nuts out here that believe Chris and all the fortune tellers and anyone else. They believe it. And then you know what they do is they make pilgrimages to Hawkins County and they're on the properties. They're sneaking around. We've all heard the reports, right? So who is this lady to steal these pictures and premeditate a whole disgusting, revolting packaging and think that I'm going to send you my address so that you can do with my address what you're doing with everyone else's personal information? Let me tell you about Life Perplexed. Life Perplexed called out my friend Monkey Mar. Okay, hold on, let me show you. My friend Monkey Mar plays by the rules, by the rules, by the rules. Guess what? My children's names, they've been put out there too. But let me show you about Life Perplexed. First of all, that kind of says it all. I'm guessing, right? Like that's all of it, right? Like I don't even know. Like what kind of predisposition am I supposed to gather about you, because of the Ernie shell look, right? So I'm sorry, let's go here. So, wow, look at Monkey Mar giving out my kids' names to a disgusting bully. Wow, you truly are a Monkey Mar. But we go real life, right? Wow, these people are so sick. If I talked about my kids so much, shouldn't someone who does videos on me daily know my kid's name? Monkey Mar, you've done nothing wrong. What you've done is the same thing that this lady does. Has she not exploited some candles and now she's worried about her child's name being online? That's how Perplexed makes her money, is exposing people's private life that has nothing to do with your online nasty YouTube agenda, right? How are we supposed to take any of this seriously? This lady who is behind the whole candle deal has a problem with her children being put out there. Well, there they are. And you want to know the really asinine part about this is that this lady, why waste the time? You sleuth-tongued, sleuth-foot, fork-tongued woman. Why do you take the time to even make this post and put your own kid's name out there? She just said the name in the chat. You are the one that put it out there for everyone to see. And I guess no one really cared anyways, right? So here it is, guys. Candles. You need candles? Hit them up. I want to show you something else. This person, in all of her grandeur. Oh, that's cute. That's a way to internalize it and make it good. But right here, to who is it? D Land. That is beautiful. I really think you're very, very crafty and creative. But what I will tell you is that this lady created a complete mockery of this case of this little boy, right? Um, she is saying justice for Cash when the suspect